Good evening and salutations, my soap opera fans. It's not even a question. It's just a comment at this point, and it seems like it's pretty much true. Portia is destroying Spencer and Trina's relationship on General Hospital. It's not that this in one of my reviews. Nobody likes messy. Okay, nobody dealing with messy situations, and this whole thing is just messy. It's messy. No one wants to deal with that. Spencer has looks and money. Why is he sitting there dealing with a problematic situation with Trina? Trina's a nice girl, but come on now. What's good, Amy? Thank you for joining. How are you doing today? And also, thank you again. Thank you for the super chat. Really do appreciate that. Fly Quick says, actually, she's not. Spencer is ruining that relationship, not Portia. How is Spencer run a relationship? Thing is, nobody likes messiness. Nobody likes messiness. Nobody likes messiness. Black Mons in the chat, how you doing today? Tonight. It's sunlight outside, so anybody forced them to listen to Portia? We don't have to agree or disagree on that one. But yeah, nobody likes that they're dealing with a messy situation. You know? And Trina's situation is messy when Portia is constantly sitting there interfering. And you're sitting there saying nobody's forcing him. She literally told him to get out. Didn't even be bothered to sit there and tell her, he couldn't even sit there and tell her bye after he moved those heavy ass boxes. I'm glad you're doing well, Black Mom. And honestly, tell you the truth, everyone has a threshold. I'm telling you that right now, Spider Quick. Everyone has a threshold. There's only so many times you can sit there and deal with somebody who is constantly sitting there being rude before you're like, you know what? I'm not dealing with the situation. This isn't worth it. You can't force someone to do anything unless you threaten him. She just forced him to leave her apartment. And I feel like you're going to probably understand this a little bit when you're older. Everyone has a threshold, right? Everybody has a threshold. There's only a certain amount of times before you're just like, you know what, I'm not dealing with this. Black Mom says Ben was doing a little bit too much, overacting on B&B. Well, see, that's the thing about that actor. He's either overacting or he's underacting. The dude just definitely missed the mark. What's good? What's good, Monique? Thank you for joining. Ann Pop is in the chat. How you doing, Ann Pop? Dave's in the chat. Jay says, I just can't understand Portia. Victor is dead. Spencer is not Victor. But Sonny, for that matter, I just can't understand Portia hatred towards because she can't control her own life. That's what it comes down to. She can't control her own marriage, so she wants to take it out on Spencer. Ariana's in the chat. What's good, Ariana? Thank you for joining us tonight. Frederick says if you really cared about Trina, you at least would have called and I get that he wouldn't want to deal with her, but that's on him, not Portia. Like I said, here's the thing, when you get older, you start to realize what you can accept and what you can't accept. What you can and what you can't accept. And after a while, it does get to a point where you're just like, you know what? This isn't worth it. If I got to sit there and deal with somebody's mother, their family, and all this other BS, I'm not doing it. I'm just not doing it. I can spend my time with somebody else that's a lot more easy to deal with than dealing with Trina and her baggage. And I'm sorry, but that's the truth of the matter. ZK says Spencer needs to tell Trina exactly what's going on. I mean, yeah, but then what is she really going to be able to do, though? Yeah, he could sit there and be like, hey, you know what? Listen, your mom's been pretty much disrespecting me, right? What is that going to really go? Where is that going to really go? Ariana says, I agree that Portia can't control her own life, so she's trying to control Trina and Spencer's. Yes. Spike Quick says, maybe I wouldn't. I don't know, but I feel like if there was a girl I liked a lot, I wouldn't care about the mom not paying any attention to her. Okay. Don't get me wrong, Spike. Quick. I admire that usefulness, that grit. You know, I admire that. I do. ZK says at least you would know it's not fair for Spencer to dump Trina because of her mom. It's not. It's not. But you know what? This is the harsh. This is the harsh truth. Okay. It was good, ZK. This is the harsh truth. The world doesn't owe you understanding, right? The world doesn't owe you understanding. It sucks that Trina, who is a really good girl, has to be saddled with an overbearing mother. But at the end of the day, it's like she wound up missing out on so many great guys because they got to sit there and deal with the mother, and nobody wants to do that. That's the truth of the matter. And it's not on Trina, but unfortunately, it is what it is. Alicia's in the chat. Was good, Alicia? Hmm. I see where you're going, Spider Quick. I do, but like I said, nobody likes dealing with a mess. The older you get, listen, I can't speak for women, and I'm pretty sure women will say the same thing. But as a man, when you start to get a little bit older, you start realizing what you will accept and what you won't accept. And when it really comes down to it, for the most part, men are pretty simple. We don't like overcomplicated stuff. You know, I know they call that baggage, and mm, so I'm on this now. I wouldn't went with my. I would have. Like Greg said, plus he listened to Christina and not Josh. If I was him, I would have went with my girl. Yeah, but Esme is less complicated. Like Quick, you realize at some point that most people they're like electricity. They go for the path that's they go for the path that's least resistant. You know, and I agree, Alicia. And unfortunately, she is ruining his dating life. But okay, you got Esme, who is the least complicated person in this scenario. Chilling with baby Ace, or I got to sit there and deal with Trina, and Portia's messiness. That's the truth of the matter. Esme is more easy to be with and less complicated than Trina is. I mean, Monique says Spencer to Trina is like people saying, eat too much candy, it will rot your teeth. You know it's true, but you still can't. You can still eat it because it's good. Last days in the chat was good last day. CK says, Esme is devious, you never know what she would do. Hmm, I get that. Alicia says, Spencer and Esme are endgame. I'm good. I'm good. I got vegetable snake. ZK says, look what she did to Ava. My goodness. Yeah. But see, again, that was the old Esme, right? And don't get me wrong, that was terrible. ZK, that was terrible what she did. Like Quick says, also Mason looked a little scary today. But yeah, I'm doing good last day. How are you doing? Oh, you know, it's really funny. I talked about you in my B&B review. I don't know if you saw that part. I talked about you in my B&B review. Lisa, I love Carly, but she was acting like a damn fool today. Yes, she was. She was all like, but I got my pride. My pride is the only thing that I have. Okay, cool. Enjoy your pride. I hope your pride keeps you warm um, when you go down the lockup. Okay? Since you love your pride so much, and it was so stupid. I was like, all right, so let me get this straight. You're going to inconvenience your daughter. You're going to inconvenience your daughter, have her wake up at night to come and sign you out, and Sonny's already right there. No sense whatsoever. Literally none. None, 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 none. Okay, no, it's all good last day. No, I mentioned you. Yeah, no, check it out whenever you have time. Alicia plus Sunny should have remembered her. She's who has a little kid at home. Oh, so you reminded her? Yes, yes. You know the sad thing is that what you call is acting like that. What's her name? Olivia. And I understood it a little bit better where Olivia was coming from because she didn't do anything wrong. Now the whole talk of oh if this was Benson her and you know I have my cousins and yada yada yada. What happened to that whole like? What was that energy when Mason was all up in your face? That's what I said. I understood that. I mean, yeah, I felt like she was getting a little bit stubborn, but I understood where she was coming from. Although she was causing a bigger bit. Yes, I was thinking that too. I saw the shoes, and I was like, those shoes look kind of familiar. Those shoes look kind of familiar. Really do. Let's see where we are on the likes. Where are you? Okay, so we got 21 people in the chat. We got 8 likes. If you're enjoying the stream, hit the like button. It really does actually help. Michael says, I like love each day. I don't blame her at all. I wasn't just going to say at all. I don't blame her for being upset. I'm just like you being angry and upset is not doing you any good. It's not. Monique says on B&B, I wanted to slap Hope. It's not like she knew what was. It's not like she knew what she was getting into when she was with Liam. She knew the history of Liam, back and forth drama, but she chose to stay because of yes, yes. And I 100% agree. I sat there was like, Hope, do you understand how stupid you sound? Like dead serious. Do you understand how dumb you sound? Thank you, Ariana. Thank you. Winnick says, Happy belated birthday, Nikisha. That's right. She's a birthday girl. She is the birthday girl. Becker says, I just don't blame Portia. Okay. Yeah, that's fair. I do. But, we can agree to disagree. And thank you, Ariana. Thank you. Yeah, the sad thing is, though, like you said, Monique, she knew. She knew the score. when she got William. She knew his history. This whole, oh, I always knew that in the back of my head, Steffi, Liam still had a thing for Steffi. I'm like, okay, and yet you still married him. You still married him, you stupid idiot. What are you talking about? So like Rick says, Anna's house probably going to be safe. Yeah, they're not going to sit there and destroy that set. Alicia says Anna opening her door was the most stupid move today. Yeah, other than Ned and Carly, yes. And then not only that, but then she walked in the house. She walked in the burning building. Like, are you kidding me? Mr. Bear, what's good, Mr. Bear? Yes, that's right. Happy birthday to the Queen. Like Craig says, it might have been Valentine, Peter, Alex. Well, we're going to rule Valentine out because it just wouldn't make any sense. But Peter, yes, and Alex, yes. I do agree with those two. Funny, somebody else also said the same thing. I'm just like, Valentine? Really? I just don't see it. Don't see it. Probably gonna want to turn back on the AC in a few minutes. And this stuff, this is not working. Nope. Yes, what's good, Mr. Bam? Welcome back. Please said I'm having trust issues with Val. Why is that? Why are you having trust issues with Valentine, Mr. Valentine? If you don't move, you're A S. You think it's now meant for Anna, right? Yeah, I mean that's the way that it's making people believe. It's leading people to that. We say he's not open with Anna. Hmm. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Um, I'm not gonna lie. The Fen and Liz scenes in this episode seems so out of place. It almost seemed like it was its own separate soap opera. Like it literally made no. It was like, okay, they lose patience all the time. Why is this? Why do they feel they need to take out the other stuff to talk about them? Oh, we're going to talk about this patient, and then I'm going to ask Liz to be a guardian, and then we're going to stare at the stars. Like, come on, seriously? Mr. Beer says, what did Portia do, Albert? She is ruining Spencer and Trina's relationship. That's what she's doing. She is ruining Spencer and Trina's relationship. I already know that the next check scene is going to be Sonny there getting turned on from. I don't know about that. Um, yeah, why the torture? Exactly. But okay. So here's the thing. But yes, it was total torture. Here's the thing with Valentine. Anna knew exactly what she was dealing with when she decided to get with Valentine. He's always been a very morally great character. Why is this time any different? This is what I don't understand. What's good, Makai? Thank you for joining. Swipe Quick says I prefer Liz and Finn over Jack, Sabrina, Michael, Willow, and Carly. Portia ain't Portia ain't to be to blame, in my opinion. And that's your opinion, Swipe Quick, and I respect your opinion. I disagree, but I respectfully disagree. I respectfully agree to disagree on that because I mean, granted, here's the thing. I'm not saying that Portia is the sole reason, right? I'm not simply saying that she's the sole reason of why the relationship is going to be done. Okay? I'm just saying, looking at it, nobody likes to sit there and deal with a messy situation. Nobody likes dealing with that. Men don't like dealing with it. They don't like dealing with complicated stuff. And what's good, Elizabeth? Valentine needs to be guarding Anna. Well, according to Anna, Anna can sit there and do it all by herself. Anna's the type of person I feel like she could take on the world. Mr. Bear said, "Is that your way of getting me to start back watching GH?" Well, what do you normally watch, Mr. Bear? Yes, life is messy, but not every situation when you're dealing with somebody is messy. That's the thing. We can't sit there and say it's a blanket statement of life is messy. There's messy times, and then there's messy situations, right? At least a difference this time is somebody's trying to kill his woman. Yeah, because like that's ever really stop. I get what you're saying. I'm just like, I know how Anna is. Oh, Mr. Airbnb. Okay, so what did you thought of today's episode of B&B, Mr. Bear? 'Cause I watched that and I had some thoughts. Elizabeth said today took me. No, Elizabeth says took me a long time to get used to Valentine. Yeah, I get that. I know some people say that he's not exactly trustworthy, but I'm also just like, ZK says, I meant in this situation with Porsha, Trina, and Spencer. No, like I said, I get that. I'm just here's my thing, ZK. This isn't this isn't a takeaway from Trina. This is a takeaway from dealing with a messy family in a situation where you don't necessarily have to, right? I mean, when Spencer was not there dating Trina, he had to sit there and deal with her grandfather. He had to sit there and deal with her dad. Now he has to sit there and deal with her um with Portia, who is just being over the top and rude, as opposed to dealing with Esme, which is a lot easier. You know, that's what it really comes down to. At some point, it's like you're gonna want to stop feeling like you have to prove something to someone, and that's what it comes down to. Mr. Bear said I watch these 2% of the time. I haven't watched B&B once a yet. Oh, okay. Well, what do you think of the Liam and Finn situation, Mr. Bear? Police said Nina's gonna love it when Sonny shows up with Eddie. That was another thing. Nina's not there talking about, oh, I know he's a mobster. I just thought that he would leave a note, and it's like she's not there like you called Nina up because you called Ava up because you're annoyed. You're whining and complaining about Sonny leaving at all hours of the night. I'm like, my dude don't do a conventional job. Like, what are you not understanding about that? CK, I say I understand. Yeah, it's just that's what I was saying. Like, I don't take any merits from Trina, but it's dealing with a situation like that that's like that would be a turn off for most people. Monique says as much as I dislike Franco, he was Liz's best pairing next to Jason Fenn. Liz is not working. Maybe if the Fenn character was played by McBain, I can see it. Quick says, plus you can't blame Portia for hating Spencer. All he does is hurt her and put her in danger. And I'm going to disagree with that. And I'm going to disagree with that. Have a good night, and Pop. Spencer doesn't put her in Trina. Spencer doesn't put Trina in danger. Trina puts herself in danger. Okay? Trina puts herself in danger. Trina was the one that actually followed Spencer. This is. I almost feel like I should actually be drinking something stronger, so that this way I can really kind of go in. But yeah, at least Trina is an adult. But regardless if she's an adult, she still got to sit there. He still got to deal with that. Lee says Sonny doesn't leave because of his job. Sonny didn't leave because of his job. No, not this time, but maybe next time. Monique says, "Oh, Monique, where'd you think? Where did you think of it? Anthony Mackie and that chick from Scream, right?" See, my whole thing is, Monique, I grew up playing the games. So for me, I'm looking at it and I'm like, I don't know. But what do you think of it, Monique? Because I was kind of thinking about watching it, and I'm just like, hmm, exactly, ZK. She puts herself in danger when she does stupidness like that. I'll stand by it. Coming out. Well, when you get older, you may feel a bit different about that. Mr. Bear says I like it because I've never seen Finn angry. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No. Oh, you're right. I'm liking this version of Finn. I am, Mr. Bear. ZK says Portia did not like Ava and Trina's relationship, but Trina still accepted Ava exactly as she is. Like Quick says, I just don't think so. And here's the thing, Splash White. Don't think it is like when I'm saying like you may think differently because when you're older. Don't sit there and think I'm like I'm being some sort of way. I'm just saying like when you get older, your priorities shift. Okay, and here's the thing, Spike. Quick, things that you may accept now, you may not accept them in 5 years. You may not accept them when you're 19, you're 20, and stuff like that. You may not want to deal with the things that you think you can deal with now. That is that. Yeah, I said the same thing. I was like I said, I don't think anything. I get what you're saying. No, exactly. That was Trina. Trina decided to rush off and follow him and put herself in danger. Portia, like the idiot that she is, decided to blame Spencer because it's easier to blame Spencer than to really come down on her own daughter. Because here's the thing, and I can be a dick right now, right? You're blaming Spencer for Trina running into danger. Maybe if you would have did a better job, she would know not to run into danger. So maybe that's her parenting. Like if I wanted to be a dick, I could sit there and say something like that. Trina was better off with Rory. Maybe. But Spencer's not to blame. Spencer's not to blame for Trina being in danger. That's Trina. That's the thing. And the fact that Portia is doing nothing but blaming, oh, what about your Uncle Victor? What about your Uncle Sonny? What about them? What about them? But you see, that's my whole thing. I wouldn't be sitting there in the room arguing with someone about, is it my fault? Is it not my fault? Because I don't have the patience to deal with that. I don't have the patience and I would actually have the understanding. And she was rude. She was beyond rude. That's true, Alicia. He did got that. CK's asked her, I've heard Portia never blame Trina for anything. Exactly, because it's easier to sit there and blame somebody else than to sit there and be like, you know what, maybe in some ways I kind of failed as a parent. Because I don't know about you and me, if I had a child, I would sit there and I would make sure I instill that you don't run into danger and things of that nature. That's what she did. She knew that there was something off, right? So just saying. Just saying. That's on her. All that is on her. So I'm trying to eat a little bit more healthier. This is not working. This didn't work before, and it's still not working now. So this sucks. Like quick says off topic. Always, always that Gamora was white than probably 3 years ago. I saw her without green and she was black, but she looks good. Yeah, that's I forgot her name. Zoe something. Dave says it's Steve Burt. He's for me. He's better on GH. He's better on GH. I like to tell you, Dave. On Days of Our Lives, he's pretty much Jason. Okay, he's pretty much Jason. I call him Jason 2.0. Police say, "Hey, Portia, Vic is dead supposedly, and Sonny is living his own life." Yeah, because like that's gonna really sit there and stop her from blaming Spencer for her uncle. I mean, his uncle or anything else. So I sit there and I look at that situation. I'm like, you know what? Listen, why are you sitting there dealing with Trina and her messy family when you got a girl that's like right in the same house? Yes, thank you, Spike Quick. Zoe, yes. So Saldana, okay. Saldana, yeah. Yeah, she's on point. She's on point. I'm like, yo, and granted, I made a video like that on my TikTok, which in all reality, I don't recommend anyone. I kind of don't recommend anyone actually watching it because I am a little more harsh about the whole men and dealing and not wanting to deal with messy situations. Yeah, yeah, no, she's on points right quick that a lot of these girls in Marvel look good. Mm, yeah, for the most part. For the most part. Anyone else? Elise says Zoe is still looking good. Yeah, she's on point. She's on point. Honestly, tell you the truth, I'm not gonna lie. I think probably my favorite Marvel woman is always going to be Peggy Carter. Peggy Carter is always going to be probably my favorite. Like Zoe is pretty, but whatever her name is, that chick is hot. And what's good, Gloria? Thank you for joining. Hope you had a great day. What did you think of the soaps today? What did you think of the soaps? Is it because she's British? That's partly the reason. That's partly the reason Spike Lee. But also, she's on point from head to toe. She's she has curves in all the right places. I'll sit there and say that. I'm gonna be PG-13. I'll sit there and say she has curves in all the right places. The British thing is like a bonus. No, I don't want to turn off my Monique. Seriously, Monique said just watched no episode of B&B when Thomas was going to marry Zoe, and when Thomas told Paris that he wanted to be more than friends. I remember that. Well, no, I don't remember that, but I saw flashbacks to that. Bridget, hello, Albert. I thought Ava was going to call Harrison Jason. Yes, yes, yes. And let's everyone welcome Bridget to the channel. What you thought of Yeah, I thought she was gonna slip up too. Here's the thing, Bridget. I thought maybe she probably slipped up in the when you do like cakes and stuff like that. Right Quick says, I think Gemma looks better than her, but she looks good. Eh, you say so. Yep, the accent. That's exactly right, Alicia, the accent. That's exactly right, the accent. It's like Anna is so, right? Like I'm not totally attracted to Anna, but her accent is definitely that's right, J Blue. That's right. Happy birthday to the Queen. Monique says it's good. It's a good thing it's free because I don't think I will pay money to see it at the movies. Yeah, but it's a TV show though, right? Jess, well, the goddess Jess is in the chat, and Jess, whenever you're here, you're on time. What's good, Jess? Let's everyone say what's up to Jess. Jess, aka the goddess. ZK says what happened to someone being in the trunk. Yeah, that's really funny. That's actually a really good point. That's actually a really good point. ZK actually has a really good point. Remember when somebody was supposed to be in Sonny's trunk, and we were all like, "Oh man, I wonder who it is." Well, I know it's not Mason because well, he actually says so, and I know it couldn't be what you call it. That's a damn good point. That's a damn good point. Who is actually in Sonny's trunk? Oh, Jess, I'm eating healthy. I don't know how well that's going now, but I'm trying. This ain't working. None of it's working, and I'm turning back on the AC. Alicia says it was coffee in Sonny's trunk. You think so? Bridget says, "What do you think, or what do you all think set Anna's house on fire?" I'm saying Peter August. Kyrie is in the chat. Just says, "LOL, what are you eating?" Um, I don't know, vegetables, string beans, and stuff like that. That lady says, "I told you Betty is in Sunny's trunk. That's why Mason keeps asking for her." They said, "Yeah, he dropped off." Oh, you think that's what it is? Okay. And he dropped off the coffee there. Monique says, "Portia to me is the type of mom that says my daughter was never like that until she meets you. How would you? How would she know? Maybe Trina has been that way all the time. It just took a situation to bring it out of her." Yes. No, I microwaved it. I put it in the microwave. I put it in the microwave, but I'm still eating some veggies. So, Ronnie Ron's in the chat. Yes, I agree with that. As I said, Albert, I saw you mention me in your video. Yes, it's a bias against hope, which I come from the fact I've watched this since 2011. Yeah, that's why I stopped my B&B reviews because of. Okay, now that makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. It's still not up yet. Jay Blue and Duwan is in the chat. Was good, Duwan? You know, I'm not surprised. Hulu sometimes come out really late with it. Is a nuclear button. Yes, I agree with that, Lisa. And what's good, Duan? So we're back now to Duan. I thought it was playing more. Bridget says maybe it was her twin sister, Alex. I'm thinking as well. Harriet says Albert and can cook. Don't blame him. Don't belong in this. Oh, can cook. Oh, damn. Damn. We got jokes tonight. And that happening was good to happen. Oh, trust me. No, I know. Trust me, I know. You do not have to tell me. I remember they didn't show an episode until the next day. That's how bad it was. Was good, J Book? Yes, it was. Yeah, Jonathan's in the chat. Was good, Jonathan? Yes, I know. I know exactly. I know exactly how that feels. God says, "Yeah, I know. I know. I already when they talk about the plane scene today, I already know. I know. Hopefully they'll do some funny flashbacks to kind of like even it out a little bit. Because Victor had those one-liners where it's just like police said Albert and Can Cook belongs in the same sentence. White Cook says where's Bob the building that's Kyrie's closer. You know, I just want to sit there and say in my own defense that was only one meal. There was only one meal. There's only one meal. Just throwing it out there. Jacqueline says if was Sonny, I would have left Carly with exactly. I said the same thing. I'm like, you out of control. Oh, it's about my pride. Okay, well, I hope your pride keeps you warm at night. Ryan says Bella needs to mind her damn business. She is just mad that Chloe. Yeah, it was stupid. Bella was getting on my nerves as well, Ron. Chloe said too bad Carly didn't split Mason's head wide open. Damn. Monique says I saw the first one. I saw the first one, Monique. I didn't get a chance to see the second one now. Just said the easiest meal ever. Again, it was only one meal though. It was only one meal. So technically, no one. Here's the thing. Technically, no one could sit there and say that I can't cook. I just made one meal that was bad. Andrea's in the chat was good. Andrea, Jackie P's in the chat was good. Jackie P. Um, Johnson says if Mike Live was still on, they would have done something similar with Clint Buchanan. Did they ever do anything with Asa Buchanan though? That's what I'm wondering. Did they ever do anything with Asa Buchanan, Jonathan? Barry says one meal is too many. One more meal would be. Well, like I said, it was only one meal. Just says, I say you can't cook. Oh, oh, oh my God, damn. Well, Jess, when you say it, damn. Oh, they did, Jonathan. Okay. They says Sonny did. Jerry left. Her dumb ass where she exactly. I was like, yo, I'm not dealing with you in your pride. We said one meal was enough. Well, Jess said, I say you can't cook. Oh, okay. So if Jess says I can't cook, then I can't cook. But there's clearly no rebuttal at that point. Okay, that's nice, Andrea. Yep, like I said, if Jess says I can't cook, then I can't cook. That's the bottom line. Ryan says love when Chloe told her about. Yeah, I'm like popcorn kettle black. Terry says Albert can't cook, and that's the bottom line because Stone Cold. And I'm with it, Dip. I'm with it. I am with it, my friend. Devlin said, I thought the house was on fire. But the house on fire was Christina, not Anna. Hmm. Yep, doing it healthy tonight. Water and these veggies, which do not taste really that good. Blue says I read that Scarlet, the original Charlotte, is back to stay. Okay. Well, hopefully they give us some good scenes and a good story. Well, I'm glad to hear that, Andrew. Glad to hear that. Monique says, well, topic when you guys, or if you ever watched Snowfall, was y'all surprised that the actor that played Franklin was actually British? Um, I didn't watch that show, so I don't know, but like I know with Gossip Girl, with Gossip Girl, the guy named Ed West, whatever the guy that the dude that was Chuck Bass, the dude that was Chuck Bass, that dude was British, and he had like the most American accent. I love Olivia Benson so much. Thank you. Yes. At what as Wesker? Yes. Oh, that that was spot on. Damn. Yes. Thank you. Jay Blue. Just said today's episode wasn't bad for a Friday. Yeah, surprisingly. Have a good night, Bridget. It was good to see you. Hope I get to see you again soon. Lisa, the wine connoisseur. Yes, and well, I like wine, but I haven't actually tried any other type of wines except for Moscato. I don't know. Maybe I'll branch out at some point. I just don't like having wine that's not good, and then I have to sit there and keep drinking it. Well, I'm glad somebody laughed. I didn't find that funny at all. That actually, to tell you the truth, Stephanie was pissing me off. If I'm going to be honest. Jay Blue actually found that out a couple months ago. Well, I mean, yeah, but it makes sense to have them. No one's using the house. No one is using the house, so why not? I just look at it and I'm like, Maxie Smith there thinking that it's going to be an easy fix. Like, oh, I get a bigger house, and then my kids are going to behave. I'm like, no, your kids are not going to behave just because you bought a bigger house. It may relieve some of the tension, but the problem is that they act bad because Maxie doesn't snip their discipline. And I know, like yesterday, people are gonna be like, "Oh, well, you're not a single mother, you're not a parent, you don't know what you're talking about, blah 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 blah." Listen, I know what I saw, right? And I stand by what I said. I have no idea what that is, but I do know Nashville though. It's actually a good show. Autumn says, "Yeah, but I think Portia needs to mind her damn business and pay attention to Curtis, because at the end of the day, Trina's grown." Yeah, I do feel bad. Oh, is exactly. It's very true, Jess. I had no idea what the hell I was talking about. And thank you, Kyrese. Kyrese is the goddamn rock star tonight. Ariana says to me, is it me? I didn't get the bigger house. It is. It, is it me? I didn't get the bigger house. I don't get it. But Spike Ray says Maxie's a good mom. What on? What do you mean? Oh yeah, no, no. Seriously, thank you, Kyrese. Kyrese, you are awesome. Thank you, Kyrese. All right. This isn't working. Don't be surprised. I may actually get back up again and turn that back on. But thank you, Kyrese. Appreciate it. Thank you. Max is a good mom. What on? Her kids need discipline. That's the bottom line. Kids need discipline. Oh, Lisa said not on anything. Max is a horrible. Damn, I wouldn't go that far, but she definitely needs a firmer hand. Some discipline. Get these kids to be acting right. Like Spinelli needs to, dude needs to come in there. No, she's not. Yeah, I wouldn't sit there and say she's a terrible mom, but she needs to step it up with the discipline now. Ariana says, I don't understand how living in a house will fix the kids getting. Yeah, but apparently when I was listening to saying something yesterday, I didn't know what I was talking about. Johnson says, I think now we're getting close to Phillips' return on days. Yeah, definitely. He's going to come back. He has to at this point. Just said we don't see Maxie parenting enough for me to say whether she's good or bad. If Max is a bad parent, Carly. I love how we sit there and start bringing in Carly when we sit there talking about Maxie. This is something that people love to do all the time, which I find very hilarious. People sit there talking about how Max is a bad parent. Well, look at Carly's kids. Okay. What does that have to do with what does that have to do with anything as far as chastising Maxie for disciplining her kids a little bit more? Ryan says, I'm happy that Nikki figured out Nate and Audra. Oh, Nikki's bougie ass. Harry says, well, there's more ways to discipline the belt, but I also don't get Georgie becoming Justin 2.0. I also don't need that just playing Eden as well, so off to the wrong start. Yeah, I'm just like, this is something that some people do all the time. We sit there talking about Carly. I mean, we sit there talking about Maxie. But Carly's a bad mom too. What does Carly have anything to do with Maxie? Does that have anything to do with reason to talk about Maxie? It's like let's just go into left field. No, listen. I didn't sit there and I don't know. I didn't sit there and ease up when people were snitching trying to defend Nina and her BS actions by bringing up Carly to make Nina look better. So we ain't going there. No, 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 no. Harry says Carly was extremely annoying, extra, and dramatic. So was Nina. You need to get your woman in line, Albert. It's not my woman. That is not. But yes, Carly. Yeah, no, Carly was being annoying today in this episode. Yes, that I will agree with. And it was just stupid. It was just dumb. It was like we said, what will she do when they become adolescents? And Carly didn't let her kids run her crazy. Well, yes, but again, that has nothing to do with Maxie. That's just one of those left field sort of situations. Just that Carly was a bad mom today, calling Johnson to come. That I will agree with, because that was just stupid. And just be, I have no idea what you're saying. But yeah, no, I thought it was stupid. I thought, I thought it was stupid. I was like, well, what are you talking about? Sonny, and that's the thing. Sonny was right there. Sonny's like, yo, listen, cancel Jocelyn coming over here. Let me just take you. No, I didn't want to do it. Jocelyn's going to come over. So you're going to sit there and wake this girl up at night, and she could be probably one of knocking boots with Dex. Like, because of her pride. Because of her pride. Yeah. Yes, Alicia, it was. Harry says it was extra stupid today. Carrie says, I wanted to say she was worse than Nina, but they're both equally bad today. I know Nina's your future wife, so I tried to stay civil, but your girl was tripping. Well, first, she's not my girl. And second, yeah, it was stupid. You want to sit there and call Ava, complaining to Ava about, oh, Sonny left. He left the bed, and he didn't even sit there and say anything like, wait, what? Alicia's like, I mean, Ava's like, Sonny's a mobster. I know, but still. Johnson says it's so probably really worth spending the night in the cell. Apparently, to her dumbass, it is. Just says, like, why would you bother your child in the middle of the night? She pissed me off. Yes, that's right. Join the club. She definitely did. JK said Carly don't want anything from Sonny. What's wrong with that? Devlin said to Josh, get Carly. No, she didn't. All right. Just says Nina acting like an effing baby. That's very true. Lisa Albert. No, that's just Kyrie's being Kyrie. Now ZK says Carly don't want anything from Sonny. What's wrong with that? I don't even know how to answer that. I don't even. Does somebody want to answer that? Because I. And what's good, job roast? What's wrong with that? I don't even know where to begin on what's wrong. With, with all due respect, ZK, there's a lot. There's a lot that's wrong with that. There's a lot that's wrong with that. I just don't think I can explain it in a proper way. But Johnson says Carly didn't refuse Sonny because of self pride. She refused him because he's now with Nina. I mean, I get the reason. I get. Well, she did sit there and say it was because of pride. Either way, it's just stupid. There's just there's just no getting around that. And I like Carly, but it was just dumb. Curry says the second Cindy Watchos. Okay. Curry says one thing about my Ava, we finally got some true mother and daughter bonding without Carly mentioning or interfering whatsoever about time. Yeah, she does. She does sit there and act like she is Avery's mother. That's something that's always vexed me. I would sit there and say. Just says if she don't want help from Sunny, then she can sit her ass in the jail. Then. Thank you, Jess. R40 say, hey, I saw your video on CC Unit. I'm sad. I'm sad he's gone. Yeah, I think he's on. I think he's on Rumble, right? The last time I checked, he's still on Rumble. Yeah, but I mean, R40. I'm not surprised. A lot of them are pretty much gone. I've stopped watching a lot of that content, but I also don't see it recommended on my feed anymore. But yeah, um, I don't think he's gone. I just think he's not on YouTube anymore. Oh, he hasn't. Okay, so yeah, he might really be gone then. You're exactly right because I know he was on Rumble. So Ron said, but someone uploaded some of his old videos. I know he was doing a pay by wall thing, like you go to his locals or whatever, and you can watch some of his stuff. But it's pretty much a wrap at this point. It's a, but you know it actually sucks. R40 because I actually do like CC Unit. We talked a couple of times, like like off YouTube and stuff. Josh says now, what if Josh ended up getting attacked or mobbed on her way to PCPD? Will Carly's self probably be worth exactly, exactly? Yeah, R40 is a shame because he's actually one of the better P hunters that I've always watched. Gary says, I just called it like I said, at least Albert always happy. Okay. Yeah, I'm more happier when mhm. Ron 40, yeah, I agree. It's annoying that there's a paywall. It is. I don't get me wrong. I understand it. I understand it to some extent. Like it, it's a lot for what they have to do. Like the operation, the money, the travel, the expenses, and everything. It's a lot. And when YouTube was paying them, it was a lot easier to do. But it's unless you really got the money to sit there and be doing some of that stuff, it's just not going to work out. On YouTube, someone upload his content or at least some catches. Yeah, you can always you can. Here's the thing: I've seen a lot of his catches. You can always try to find some of his catches, even on Instagram. Even on Instagram, you can sit there and try to find some of his catches. But the majority of that stuff, you remember R40? You remember a guy named Ryan LaForge? He was the Canada guy. Dude was named Ryan LaForge. Harry says there's going to be a day in the future. Me, you, and Cindy watch us on the live stream. It's going to happen. You know what? At this point, I wouldn't even sit there and I wouldn't put it past it. I wouldn't put that possibility out. Justin said there's a difference between self pride and being rational, and Carly refused to be the latter. Yeah, if you ever get a chance, try to check it out. Um, it's goodness sneeze. Jess said I can't believe you understood Olivia today. She was annoying. She was, but I understood the premise of it. Like she shouldn't have to feel guilty. Like her walking out is like saying she's guilty for defending herself from a creep, and she shouldn't have to sit there and feel guilty for that. Like, yeah, she was annoying as well, but at least I understood a little bit more. Jay Blue says the arrogant lady here would like to know what our catch is when you catch people doing things that they shouldn't be doing to underage minors. But yeah, R40, check them out. No, but yeah, no, Jay Blue is catching people trying to. It's Chris Hansen. Think of Chris Hansen, except for it's more like low budget. So if you know who Chris Hansen is, to catch AP, yeah, yeah, that's what yeah, and a lot of them got deleted from YouTube for various reasons. Eagle fan said was good. Albert Austin really needs to grow his set and TKO Mason already due to such a pushover. He already lost Maxi because of his lifestyle. He is about to lose Ava as well. Just as it's not about feeling guilty, it's do you want to go home or not? I get that. I get that. That's why I said she was. That's why I said just she was still annoying. She was still just as annoying as Carly, but it just I understand. You know what I'm saying? Like I understood it a little bit more. I'm not giving her a total pass. I just get where she's coming from. But yeah, Jay Blue. It used to be a lot of those people that would go around catching people doing, you know, catching people that are out doing things that you shouldn't be doing. But then there was just a lot of problems, and YouTube was afraid of getting sued. Carrie says, I can't wait to see the shock when I actually pull it off. We will, to everyone, it's a special guest appearance. Have a good night, Alicia. Thank you for joining. My bad, Alicia. I didn't see you. Yes, you have a great night, Alicia. Jay Blue says Austin never had Ava. They're both using each other, in my opinion. Yeah, but you know it's gonna stick down. Last days I know if someone woke me up in the middle of the night, I'm not. You damn right I'm not gonna be happy. That's what I said. What Carly was doing was just something foolishness. Hell, when you stop to think about it, here's the thing. Since Sonny was already there, Sonny could have signed out Olivia as well. And then Dante would have been interrupted when he was in the middle of having love in the afternoon or at night. I mean, he had to sit there and stop being with Sam so he could sit there and deal with his mom and her whole, well, I don't know if I want to sit there and leave because I'm sitting there trying to make a statement. It's like, Olivia, you have a son at home. Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah. Yeah, in a way, it was. That's why I said this. It was like 3 1/4. 3 1/4 were annoying because Olivia was, but I understood her. But yeah, now Jocelyn got to sit there and get out of her damn bed. Get out of her bed to sit there and deal with her annoying ass mom because of her pride. But that's all I have. But then maybe you need counseling. Then I don't know what to sit there and tell you. Maybe you need some good therapy. Carrie says there was no time in 2015 possible that Ava and Sonny would be on the phone talking to each other in bed over the phone. Oh, they definitely come a long way. They definitely came a hell of a long way. Leslie says, yes, Albert, if I was Dante, I would be like, sorry, didn't hear you, I was sleeping. And no, you probably would. Let's be honest, last day. If your mom was actually in jail, I'm pretty sure you would go. You would be annoyed as hell, but you would go. I'll be annoyed, but I would still go. Kerry says 2016, 2017, 2018. Hell no, would Sonny be helping Ava? ZK says, oh, I personally would have taken Sonny off her, but she could have gotten someone else to pick her up, Michael. My dude is in bed. It's it's the same thing as see. I get what your Smith is saying, but not bothering Michael because of Willow and everything. So let's bother Jocelyn because at the end of the day, you're still inconveniencing somebody else to pick you up because of your pride. Jay Blue says ever since Ava fell for Nicholas, she has become soft. Just to LOL, I don't drive, so my mom wouldn't even bother me. But you would Uber over there though. You would Uber over there. You would Uber over there. Plus, it says yes. If Carly only had pride, if Carly only has pride, thinks she has some serious issues. Therapy seems like a good option. Yes, therapy is a great option. What the? That's exactly right. Oh, what the? Just so no, I would. Damn, Jess. Nah, you would. You would, Jess. You would. Don't even front. That was a word that people used to use back in my day. Because I'm a boomer. Devlin says, I don't think that Avery is Sonny's daughter. You think it's Morgan's? You think it's Morgan's, Devlin? I mean, that's like the whole Spencer and Ace and Ava thing. I mean, and Esme thing. Which I'm not gonna lie, I feel they didn't even bother to do a DNA test. Though. See, that's something that just like let's see, where are we on the legs? I got 22 likes, 30 people in the chat. If you are enjoying the stream, hit the like button. It does help. Jay Blue says, I thought Carly didn't want Jocelyn in her grown business. How was Josh getting her out of jail? She didn't want her to touch her trust fund. Didn't she not Josh to know that they were at that bar too? I don't know about that, but yeah, I just again, it's just incredibly stupid that Carly was acting that way. Like Carly, you too old for this. You're a grandmother. Carrie says, if it's Morgan's, it would certainly explain Carly's attachment. Kathleen said, wait, Albert, you're not a boomer, you're 35. No, I'm 39. I am 39. I will be 40 on the 22nd of this month. Monique says, I saw the preview for GH for Monday episode when Carly told Josh, without his protection, we are powerless and sitting ducks. I wonder what Josh's response would be. I am too. And you know, the sad thing is that I feel like Jocelyn's response is going to be something really stupid. It's going to be something really dumb. Yeah. Oh, Jess is making sure that she knows in case I forget that I'm a boomer. DK said, "Well, I thought you were in your 20s." That would have been nice. That would have been nice if I was in my 20s, or maybe not. Youth, yes, but experience, no. I don't. I was kind of a mess when I was in my 20s. Jay Blue said when Carly later entered the bar, she told Olivia she didn't. Oh, okay. All right. All right, you're right about that, Jay Blue. Last they said Josh would be the last person I would pick to come help me. Josh has no contribution to GH other than to be on the show and be annoying. Oh, Carly said non-Josh, he is Generation Y. Jay Blue says a boomer is my mom's generation. Just says Kelly, he's a boomer under my definition. I love it. I love it, Jess. Kelly says, Albert, Leslie says, Albert, you're 18 years older than me. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. That's a lot of years. Harry says Carly's not attached to Christina or Dante. I bet if Sonny has one more baby out there with that Rowena Carly divorce lawyer, I bet Carly wouldn't have been attached. Callie says, yes, I'm Gen X too. I didn't even know what Gen X was. I didn't even know what Gen X was. Darby's in the chat. Darby is in the chat. Darby, the other boomer. But Oh wow, okay. So you're gonna be in the 50 club, okay. Curry says not to mention we've seen Morgan and Ava get down and dirty many times. Ava and Sonny was just a glorified makeout session that will be a huge storyline if only if and when Morgan returns. Ah, there we go. Marsha is in the chat. What's good, Marsha? Happy Friday to you. It is so good to see you again. I miss saying that as well, Marsha. Marsha said I love that color, green Albert. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that. W says, was anyone looking for a boomer? Oh, oh. Just stay slamming. Stay slamming. And I'm here for it. The last day said I'm 18 years older than him. Oof. Marsha says, I'm guessing I'm a boomer, 1954. Okay. Well, according to Jess, I'm one of the only two boomers. But she makes sure, in case I forget that I'm a boomer that day when I come on the chat, she reminds me. Toby says, if it wasn't for two boomers, you wouldn't be. Oh. Kathleen says, great. How was your day? You talking to Andrea, I'm assuming, right? I mean, my day was good. Johnson says, do you think Steffi will move back home when Finn, or do you think she refused and it will drive? I feel like I think she's going to stay for a while, if anything, for the pregnancy. Because I know they had to sit there and, you know, she had to leave the show for a little bit because she was pregnant. So I don't think he's going to do anything drastic, but I do think he's going to confront Liam again. Last day says, I think last day is the second youngest. Hmm. Well, I know that Kyrie's is also young as well. Last day and Kyrie's are young, and well, you're obviously the youngest. Spider Quake. Johnson says Albert is a millennial. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That is true. Yep. No, that's exactly what I said, Spike. You know, you're definitely the youngest one. Marshall, where you at? 87 degrees. It was somewhat hot today. Not super hot though. Oh wow, Darby, the goddamn rock star just holy shit. If you don't move, my goodness, this is annoying. Darby, thank you so much. Marsha says is always back on B&B. God, I hope not. Okay, I shouldn't use God's name for that, but yes. Oh, I couldn't. Oh, Atara's a member. Okay, so Atara's a member again. That's what's up. And Atara is in the chat as well. Thank you, Darby. No, she isn't back yet. Monique says, have one friend call me at 2:20 2:30 in the morning. I told him you better be closer to dying if you call. Yeah, you call somebody that late at night? Like that's just nuts. Thank you, Darby. Thank you so much. Darby and Kyrie's. Goddamn rock stars. Curry says, Andrew, you finally have your gift of membership back. All right, take a look. Oh, Sierra's also gifted. I don't know if Sierra's in the chat, but Sierra. Oh, okay. So that's so weird. All right. Richard and Andrea. Andrea, Joy, Tara, Sierra. Okay. Last day says, Albert Elroy, please no, Zoe. I did not like. Yo, ooh. I mean, don't get me wrong. Paris is a. Zoe was just, ooh. I couldn't deal with that chick. Marsha says my daughter said coffee was in Sunny's trunk. Yeah, somebody else also said that as well. ZK said, "Oh, I missed that." Darby said, "Gotta be family, or very close to be family to get me out of." Yeah, it's a tough one. It's a tough call. It's so annoying. Like I can't see that on here, but yes, no, thank you, Spider Quake and Kyrie, because I know you're listening to the same SmackDown is on, so I appreciate you coming through tonight. Jargo says next week on GH Trina confides in Spencer and is something good, and he says they may be Spencer will encourage Trina and Spencer confide in Trina 3 sports next week, and okay. I feel like their relationship is pretty much a wrap. I feel like a lot of it is on what you call it. Marsha says no, Betty is rumored to now. Betty is rumored to hit on Christina. What? Marsha says now. I'm listening to say now. Now Betty is rumored to hit on Christina. What? Lastly says Albert Paris is not on enough to be annoying. Zoe was annoying when she was on. You know what it was last day, and I agree with that. She's not annoying anymore. When she was on, she was annoying to Zende. The whole back and forth and just the way she was treating Zende, I just didn't like it. I mean, don't get me wrong, Zoe is still worse, but the back and forth is what annoyed me. Like Quick says, Betty is kind of hot, so if she would. Hey, Johnson says, I couldn't stand how unfaithful Zoe was to Carter, the way she treated Paris when she first. Yeah, that's the thing. When I first watched the show and I saw Zoe, I was like, yo, I don't know much about this show, but I know I don't like her. That was the first thing I noticed right off the bat, Jonathan. I was like, I don't know about the show, but I don't like her. Gary says, whoa, 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 Betty hitting her Christina. How dare the writers try to manipulate me? I hate Betty, but that love scene will be hot. Wow. But Quick says that would explain why Sonny wouldn't want to kill Betty because of Christina. I'll be down for Betty and Christina. Betty, Betty, Betty. Yes, I know Christina go. Yeah. Well, I think, well, if you've been watching the show for a while, I think most people know that about it as far as Christina is concerned. That'd be interesting. J Blue says, well, when it goes to it, J Blue says, please remember when Sam brother went again. Oh, he died. I don't even remember how Sam brothers died. I don't even remember how Sam brothers died. Buckrick says, same brother Lucas. A new person, Craig. You seem smart and so box lover. Where is the? How was that about? Tracy Steve, any plans for your birthday? For the weekend, yes. For the weekend, yes. For the weekday, I don't know. I'll probably just chill, maybe go to the movies. I'm not sure yet. But how you doing tonight, Tracy Steves? Justice says, do you think Abe helping Paulina with this man's situation could trigger his memories back? Hopefully, hopefully, I can see that happening because some of his memories did come back. Some of his memories did come back, so that'd be cool if he actually did start to get him back. Last year says, I know I didn't know much about BNB, but I know, yeah, same. Curry says Sonny didn't need to worry about it. I'll be doing the honors with no hesitation. R.I.P. Betty. The actress is kind of cute though. Can't lie. The character I hate with a passion. Oh yes, yes. Happy Friday to you, my friend Tracy. But I plan, you know, I plan on doing a live stream on my birthday. I do plan on doing a live stream on my birthday. Maybe a what in the hell? Yeah, yeah, okay, yeah. It took a minute. It took a minute, Andrea. Took a minute. Yo, yeah, no, thank Darby. Thank the rock star Darby. Yeah, yeah. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. I was like, you know, that'd be cool. That'd be fun. Jay Blue says, what happened to Brady ex-husband? What happened to Brady's ex-husband? I forgot. Braid? Who's that? Just set a live stream on a day or the day before. No, on the day. I'm gonna do it on that day. Yep. I think it's like a Tuesday or something like that. I mean, I'm gonna be live streaming all week anyway, so it'll be fun. Brad. Oh, what happened to Brad? Oh, what the hell? Yeah. I mean Lucas, right? Well, also, what happened? What happened to What happened to Brad? Oh, my bad. Jay Blue. That's the damn. Well, also, like, what happened to Brad and his ex Lucas? Yes, it is. Okay, I was wondering if it was a Tuesday. That's a good question. That's a good question, Spider Quake. Well, I hope whatever she's doing, that she's having a good time. Perry says Brad ex-husband Lucas was also Sam's brother. He's MIA. I forgot that she had two brothers. I'm thinking about Danny. Yes, you're right. Yeah, I was wondering if it was a Tuesday. I think it was Tuesday Tracy. Bobby says, "Why do you want to destroy this one particular woman? Courage, be careful you get." And they're just like Brady. Yeah, yeah. It was Lucas. Now I think about it, I was like, what did actually happen to Brad? It's like they wrote him. It's not even so much that they wrote him off. They just literally just stopped putting him in. Jay Blue says, "I thought Danny was one of the." That's it is, but that was also his brother. That was also her brother's name as well. She named her son after her brother. So it's a little kind of confusing. I'm not gonna lie. Yep, Lucas is Carly's brother. Danny is the yeah, exactly. DK. Yeah, I remember the way back when. You know, like when Sam was actually fun to watch. Remember when Sam was actually fun to watch with Jason and stuff like that? Oh, good old days. Good old days. Look where we are now. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. They wrote out a couple of people now. Jay Blue says Selena probably had Brad off somewhere. I haven't seen him since Britt's funeral. Yep. I was surprised that they actually saw what you call it. Just says I remember her brother Danny. That was a way when he says keep it in the family if you get my drift. It's a soap opera thing. Thank you, Jonathan. Thank you. Johnson says it was reported last week by Gal Gadot that one of her three was happening, but yesterday, gun confirmed it's not happening. What are your thoughts? It sucks, but I'm not surprised though. Here's the thing. I thought it was originally canceled. That's why when they said it was still going, I was like, wait, what? Because in all reality, here's the thing. I want it to happen, but it just doesn't make sense. Okay. Like I want it to be a Flash too, but I know it's not gonna make sense with his universe. So I'm just glad I didn't get my hopes up. That's how I'm looking at it. It just wouldn't make sense as much as I want it, as much as I still want it. It just I don't see how it makes sense. But thank you, Jonathan. Thank you. What are your thoughts on that? And that kind of pisses me off to some extent. Jay Blue says I still have the first one is good. Jay Blue. It's the second one that's oh, second one's bad. First one is good. The second one is bad. Curtis says I would pay money to have a heated confrontation with Betty on the screen. That would be epic, wouldn't it? Yeah. ZK says, Courage, you can handle Betty. She's something else. No, I got money on my boy Kyrie's. Jay Blue says, how many episodes have Benny been on? Two. I would sit there and say two. I would sit there and say two. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting having her come back. I wanna see what that's gonna be about. Kyrie says, I know I can handle Betty. My love for Ava will get me through it. Betty would be dealing with Mason too. Yeah, but Mason and Betty are on the same side. So you be dealing with both of them. Jay Blue says, so why are people hating on her so much? Because Betty slapped Ava, and apparently that's a no no. Which I feel like is to me personally is kind of overreacting, but whatever. Firequake says Mason was scary. Why was Mason scary? Was it the okay? Let me ask you a question. Was it the blood? Was it the blood that made him scary? Terry says that's what I said. However, both of them will be dealt with, meaning dealing with me. Okay. Johnson says I just don't think it makes sense to contain anything from the Snyderverse when the new DCU is just about to start. As a good as some of the actors from the universe weren't, we're in time to move on. Yeah, no, I agree. Don't get me wrong, don't get me wrong, Jonathan. I listen. I still want Henry Cavill. I still want Jason Momoa. I still love that universe, and I understand from a business point. I understand from a business point they have to do what they have to do. But maybe it's just the emotional attachment to the characters and the actors that I just have a hard time accepting. That's the part that's really annoying. Jay Blue said there was blood GH today. Come on, Hulu. Wait, Jay Blue, are you saying to telling me that Hulu still don't actually have it on? No, I'm being dead serious. Like, does Hulu actually still have it on? Carrie says Darby just stay in a boomer's place. Oh, are you serious? Yo, let me. I'm gonna install. Let me install what you call it. Hulu. I want to see if they actually. Darby says, "Who you think you are, Jess?" Yeah, and that's why it's like for me, it's like emotion. It's like from an emotional standpoint to a business standpoint. That's where they conflict. You know. Oh my goodness, that's so annoying. Like, are you really gonna sit there and make me type it out? Marcia said, "Okay, what is a boomer's place?" Have a good night, ZK. It was really great to see you. Now, Marcia says, "What is a boomer's place?" I don't even know how to answer that. Mal is in the chat. What's good, my heart queen? How are you doing tonight? Yo, are you serious? Hulu is really dropping the ball today. W says I wasn't talking to you, Jess. I was talking to Betty Hater. Betty Hater Kyrie. Yes, thank you, ZK. Jess said Anna was acting so dumb today, Laura. Yeah, she went in a burning building. Like, why would you go in a burning building? I just don't understand that. Darby says it's on the corner of your mind. It's on the corner of it's on the corner of mine, your own business. Oh, yeah, they really dropped the ball today. Like Hulu really doesn't actually have General Hospital on there. Marcia says, go ahead and answer. Don't be scared. Jess says she didn't smell smoke or see the flames. She just walked. I saw that. I was like, yo, this chick is wild. But apparently, whatever a boomer's place is well, I don't even know how to answer that. Yeah, I just didn't. And then but then thing is, then she walked in. Like she saw the flames and she walked inside. I'm like, why are you walking inside of a burning building? Like, who does that? Who does that? I don't get that. I thought that was so stupid. I'm like, why are you doing that for? Plus, now at this point, I want to know who is following Anna. Also, exactly. Just, but that's another thing. Who takes jogs at night? Who starts jogging at night? Who does that? Darby says, "Which queen are you talking about, Carice? You have almost as many damn queens as Albert. You have a lot of queens. Of course, there's one queen among all queens, but I'm not going to say who that is." J Blue says Anna may be showing a tough exterior to others, but I feel that she feels vulnerable and bit off her game. Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, and that's another thing. She knows she's a target. So you're choosing to have a late night run by yourself. Like I don't understand that. Kelly says, "Me if I have to save my cats." I don't even, I don't even know how to answer that one. Just says also her door was unlocked. The stupidity. Yeah, is that and it just adds on. It just adds on to the stupidness. Marcia says I would never be jogging at night. No way. Exactly. Johnson says go to Ariana says you don't have to. We know. Okay, Ariana. Johnson says SoapNet update. Martin Madison and Kate Bella from Days announced that she's leaving. What? Yo, thank you, Kyrie. Kyrie says Boomer Darby, Wendy Shen, done lost whatever little mind he had. Messing with Jessica is wrong move. Wendy's gonna have to pick you up some new denture. I'm done. Also, thank you, Kyrie. Thank you. But yeah, no, yeah. I'm also surprised you actually heard that. I did say kind of low. Um, Jay Blue says, I know people who jog at night, though. They wear their headlamps and safety vests. I mean, I know there's a couple. I feel like, first of all, I just don't think it's a smart idea for anyone because that's where people are looking to rob people, especially, I mean, well, with Anna's trained, so I'm not, but she does have a target on her back, okay, and she's just out there running, and I'm like, what are you doing? I don't know. The whole thing just seems kind of dumb to me. Um, Mel says, Albert, did you see the look on Xander's face when Bonnie and Maggie were acting towards Xander in the room because they know Sarah's pregnant with Xander's baby? Yeah, and eventually she will too. I mean, he will too. Marcia says, I would still not jog at night. It's too dangerous. Exactly. And again, I get with Anna's case, it's a little bit different, but for most people, nah, nah. That's just not like I know Jay Blue isn't just saying like some people jog, but it's not a good idea. Now Tracy says a lot of people run at night where I live. They work long hours in the day. I mean, I get that, and that's the thing. I'm not like I understand the convenience for people. It's like they work in the daytime, so they have to run where they can run. I'm just saying like there's a danger element, and depending on where you are, some areas it's like you have to sit there and pick and choose the places that you run. You know, because it's not well, it's you know what I'm saying like it's not safe in certain areas. It just says people do run at night, but it's not safe at all. Yeah, it's not because it's become the Wild West. It's literally become the Wild West. I mean, granted, don't get me wrong, people can sit there and rob you in the daytime, but it's like if you're gonna jog in a place that's safe, but it's still a risk. Still a risk. Jay Blue says my biggest pet peeve though are the people who jog in the winter on the ice. Poor me, barely making two steps, and they're just running past me as it gets on my nerves. Yeah, running in the winter. Hmm. Marsha says I would run at night in my house. Exactly, in your house, because you know that there's people. Yeah, it's just like Tracy said. I understand that the people work in the daytime, so it's like they got to run where they can, but it's not. You're putting yourself at risk, depending on where you're running. Mel says I it's true that we'll do episodes still. We'll do episodes still, so we'll announce her air. Yeah, that's crazy. It's actually it's really crazy because I sit there and I look at it and I'm like, now that I think about it, I understand why so many people left Days of Our Lives. I understand why so many people left Days of Our Lives. That dude being there. So I get it now. I get it now, you know? Now you having more people leave. Well, I guess it does make some sort of sense. Especially if that guy Albert, which I hate the fact that we share that name. Blue says, yes, I do get that Anna shouldn't be running when she has talking her back. However, she's not thinking clearly. You can also jog in your home. Yeah, I mean, yeah. When I used to sit there and jog, I used to jog. But my schedule is a little bit different. Yeah, Jay Blue, she's clearly not thinking, which is, that's Anna. Anna feels she can take on the world, just how it is with her. Marsha says my daughter loves Days. Yo, Days is that show. As much Marsha, as much as I love GH, Days is that show, and I understand why she likes it. Curry says, "Well, now he's gone, so Stephanie and Daenerys could. Well, now that he's gone, so Stephanie and Dimitri can break my back." Oh, getting steamy tonight. There's not even the members. There's not even the members deal. No, honestly, tell you, I do look at it and I'm like, that actress has been on the show for a very, 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 very long time. And I get that she wants to do something else. Yo, they really did drop the ball though. Like I'm still looking for this episode and it's still not there. And it's like 10 o'clock. See, this is another reason why I wound up getting a cable box. This is exactly the reason why I got a cable box. Because when Hulu drops the ball, you know what I'm saying? Like it messes me up. Marsha says that Dimitri played on YNR and he was crazy. I heard about well Marsha, what shows do you watch? I know you say your daughter loves Days. What shows do you watch? I'm assuming you watch GH, right? I feel like most, well, except for Mel. I don't think that Mel watches GH. I know Mel watches Days and Curry says that's my only comment for that. I'll be on my behavior for the night. So old Boomer Darnay is safe to come back unless you're taking a nap. That's what Boomer. Yo, listen, a nap could be a very beautiful thing. At times it could be a very beautiful thing. That's why. Listen, if I don't have stuff to do on Saturdays, I'll take a nap. I will come back. I will make me something to eat, and I will sleep till like around 6:30. I will sleep till around like 6:30, 6:45. Marcia says I watch GHB and sometimes YNR. Hmm. Man, I almost forgot about YNR today. Pretty much, Daniel, and Summer practically. What do you even call that? What they broke up with their mom? Like we're not gonna sit there and really spend time with you until you show us that you changed. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Did y'all two just really tell your mother that your mother has to prove to y'all that she's a changed person? She has to prove something to y'all. I'm like, wow. Like, Doggy says, I like naps, taco, and puppies, but I really love smacking around young bucks like you. I like puppies. I also like cats as well. And naps are really good. Marcia says, not this boomer. I get 5 hours of sleep daily. Really? Is it just because you're like really like why is that? Is it because like your work schedule and stuff? Listen, I love to get my 8 hours of sleep. I when it comes to sleep, I don't play that. Mel says, Albert, I am the queen of horror, so you know that you can tell anyone that I can find out what movie is coming. That's very I do always sit there whenever you come in, I do always sit there and say that you are the horror queen. I do always sit there and say you are definitely my horror queen. Jay Blue says naps used to be my favorite hobby. I barely sleep now. I have kids and my care that gets to take naps. They don't know how fortunate they are. Just says you get 8 hours of sleep must be nice. It's very nice. It is. It is. It is glorious. Trust me, it's very nice. It's for me. It's needed. It's needed because when I don't get a certain amount of sleep, it starts to mess me up mentally. You know what I'm saying? Like it legit starts to mess me up mentally when I don't feel like I get enough sleep. It starts to F with me. Mel says I would ask me any movie and I can find for you. Cloverfield. You know what the next Cloverfield movie is coming out? That's on. I want to know when is the next Cloverfield movie coming out. Marsha says I work with the military and drove 2 hours a day, and I'm still on military time. I just jump up early. Oh, okay. Oh, that makes sense. Jay Blue says I get between 4 to 6 hours of sleep. It's well, my dad gets around that time. Like my dad, I don't understand how he does it sometimes. He'll sleep around 11:30, 12 o'clock, and then wake up at 4. I need my 8 hours of sleep. Seven the latest. Six is kind of pushing it, but I'm always gonna go between 7 and 8. 'Cause anything other than that, and it's just it ain't good. It is not good. Darby says I'll put you to bed, Curries, and not in a creepy way, and not in a creepy uncle way. What? Yo. Johnson says, have you ever been to Comic Con? No, I actually want to go. I actually want to go. I want to go to Comic Con. I think it's funny. The last time I actually went to some sort of like comic book convention sort of thing was when I was in college. That was like years ago. That was years ago. But I do want to go though. Yeah, hopefully, actually, F it. Hopefully this summer I can actually go to Comic Con. That's what I plan on doing. I want to go this whenever the next time they're having a convention. I said I want to go this summer, and I'm like, the summer is practically over with. W says been to Philadelphia 17 times. Now Ariana says 4 to 6 hours. I work whenever. Yeah, no, I mean 7 to 8 hours is definitely ideally, but I know most people. Well, 4 hours is oof. 6 hours. Well, honestly, to tell you the truth, your schedule is a lot different than mine. So Johnson says I'm thinking about going. Yeah, I think it'd be cool. I think it'd be cool. I can go there. I can like vlog and stuff like that. And I think yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It's in reality it'd be a little bit different. Like going just as a YouTuber and stuff like that. I think it'd actually be pretty cool. Like if I was just to go with my friends and stuff like that. Mm. But going as a YouTuber, I think it will be a little bit different. Though. Blue says it's not idea. I sometimes have while insomnia, which sucks when I have to get up early for a 10-hour workday. Yeah, I get that. Trust me, Jay Bloom. There's times where it gets very difficult to go to sleep. And when those times come, I have to use the nuclear option. Whenever I can't go to sleep, I used the nuclear option. Porsha says 7 to 8 hours sleep is recommended for any age group. Yeah. Mel says, Albert, you're going to see some surprise next week, but I already know the spoilers for the soaps. Yeah, let me know when uh Cloverfield's coming out or any updates on Cloverfield. Harry says, but Albert, you always wake up early in the morning, so you don't usually get 8 hours of sleep, do you? No, but I try. At the very least, it's like maybe six, but I try to go for eight. Love to do 8 hours. Usually Thursdays and Fridays I don't, but throughout the rest of the week, I'm definitely trying. But I don't know. Like I said, every now and then I my insomnia used to be much more worse. So I have to use the nuclear. I get to use the nuclear option a lot less. So I'm very happy about that. Well, I just said nuclear option. I didn't sit there and say what it was. I'm still keeping it. I'm still keeping it PG-13. Although you do have a point, especially with YouTube, those gummies. Yeah, yeah, yeah. hmm Well, for the sake of YouTube, I can't say what it is. But Monique says, when I grew up, you had to worry about wearing the wrong colors or how you wore your hat. Yeah, yeah. Same with me. Same with me. Last day says I go to bed around 10:30 or 11 o'clock. I wake up around 6 o'clock in the morning. Even sometimes 5 o'clock in the morning. I like to wake up early. Man, you're doing. You know what? Here's the thing. Last day, you are doing way better than me. 'Cause I used to hate waking up early. I still do, but I know it's because I have to wake up. Especially if I didn't have work, I think I would wake up around 12 o'clock or whenever I was hungry. Whenever I was hungry, I think that's when I would wake up and I would get out of bed. But now I try to, yeah, J Lo. Now I try to wake up at least around 10 o'clock. Try to wake up around 10 o'clock when I'm off. This way I can start watching some of the soaps. And I can at least watch The Young and the Restless and Days of Our Lives. You know? Marcia says, I live in the country, but I know it means something. And my daughter got some and we didn't act right. I gave the rest to my brother. Oh, yeah. No, it's not gummies. I can't I can't say what it is, but it's not gummies. Mel says Aubrey, Bella, and Chloe are both hypocrites of horrible things they have done. Yeah, well, to be fair, I don't know the stuff that Chloe has done, but I know Bella was just being annoying because I understand that her heart was in the right place. The way she was coming across was just like the judgmental stuff was just kind of annoying. And trust me, Xana has done some really terrible things, but Mel says, Albert, once I find out about Cloverfield sequels, okay, well, yeah, let me know. I think the last Cloverfield movie I saw, they were like in space. They were in space. They were on a ship or something. Carrie says, you know what I want to wake up to next. Kathleen, Caitlin. Jay Blue says, Jay Blue says, waking up early in the winter is the worst. I see no sun when I leave, and when I get home, I get sad. Yeah, because that's the thing, Jay Blue. That's a real thing. Like as far as like it really does make some people depressed. I wasn't too sure about that, but it does um get people actually depressed. Marsha says, "I know what it means now, Brenda." Oh, I'm glad you do. I'm glad you do, Marsha. Have a good night, Monique. Thank you for joining. It was actually really good to see you tonight. I know I say that every time, but it is good to see you though, because I know sometimes you're working and you're still joining us, so I appreciate it. Carrie says, if I dream about her, I'll be mad as hell. If I woke up, I sleep for 24 hours. It's just me and her the whole time. Hmm. Yeah, she's a very pretty girl. She's very pretty. Mel says Albert Brady was right. The only reason Sanders is proposing. Yeah, I know. I agree with that. Well, yeah, I do agree with that. That's the part. See, that's the part that does suck though, because I actually do like Xander somewhat, but it's like it's very hard for me to root for him when I know that he's only doing it because of Gwen and Sarah. Harry says, and again, Elena could interrupt us if she wants to join. You and that Elena. You and that Elena. Okay, let me ask you a question, Carice. Let me ask you a question. Which one would you get more mad at? If somebody went at Elena or if somebody went at Ava? Which one would you be more mad about? I'm very curious. Elena from YNR or Ava from General Hospital? Which one would you be more upset about? If somebody was coming at Elena. Who would you defend more with a passion? Ava, okay. I figured that. I want to make sure. Marsha says Elena from YNR. Well, I'm glad that you missed. I'm glad that you missed Sunday's live stream because I really did go in on her. Kyrie's was there too. Kyrie's was also in the live stream. I felt kind of bad because I was like Kyrie's was sitting there getting hit from both sides. Me and DC was actually calling at Elena, mostly defending Nate, or as DC calls him, Nate the Great. Oh, bougie ass Nikki. Nikki. Yo, are you serious? Uh, Carrie says, I'll defend Elena. No, I know. I know. Wow. Yo. Spike Quick says, I wish Nathaniel was here. He may pop in at any point in time. And also, because he's a member, he may pop in the members live stream as well. So, that is so crazy. Why is this taking? Carrie says, I pointed out the fact that it was Audrey's idea for JT. That's true. It was her idea. But the thing is, it's it's sort of like the devil on your right shoulder, or whatever. It's like, yeah, she could have pointed, she could have been like, hey, I think you should get revenge and use JT as an instrument. But it was up to Elena if she wanted to do it or not. And from what I understand, no, I don't think so, Marsha. Have a good night, Jay Blue. Thank you for joining. Yeah, I don't think that he's coming back, Marsha, which was actually pretty stupid because I'm just like, what was even the point of bringing him on the podcast initially if you're going to bring him back? On top of that, I heard this dude was literally physically violent. He was physically violent to Victoria, and you want to bring that guy back there just to traumatize her? Like, I get that Nate cheated, and you want to get revenge, but I'm like, you're kind of taking it a little bit too far, Lena. You're really taking it too far. Oh no, I get that, Mel. I just don't like the way that Nikki is always talking to Nate, always like rolling her eyes and everything like that. It's like that just bothers me. It's something about that just bothers me. And I said it in one of my it's not so much as the whole reason about why I said that in my review, but I just don't like it. Wow, they really dropped the ball today on Hulu. Just again watching on Hulu at that point. That's nuts. Quite quick says I feel bad for namesake, but she should know this would eventually happen. Yeah, exactly. Like you're dealing with a mobster. Like that's just how it is. No says I love that Laura and Philip are best friends. Yeah, I never really understood their friendship, but I'm like, whatever. Lauren kind of annoys me sometimes, to be honest, whenever she's on. So it's like I take her scenes with a grain of salt. Wow, okay, so they really did drop the ball tonight. Okay. I guess if you're trying to watch if you're trying to watch General Hospital on Hulu, that's not gonna happen. Curry says, well, Darby, I'll let you keep Wendy. She's all yours. Nina's all ours. Thank you, Kyrie. So I appreciate your generosity. Moshe said he was violent to Victoria and also he is her ex-husband in real life. Oh, her ex-husband. Hmm. Yeah, that's why I felt like Elena was going too far. And granted, I'm not gonna go on a Elena bashing session tonight, but Quite Quick says Brit will be mine. Yeah, pretty. Yeah, Brit is pretty, but I don't know. I just sit there and I look at it. I'm like, you talk about how Nate is such a waste of time, but yet you're wasting your time on him with all this anger and everything. Curry says, all of mine. Okay, my dude is being greedy. Quite Quick says, I miss Brit and Daisy from Agents of Shield. Willow, Elena, and Stefan and Dimitri. Oh, it's quite a lineup right there. Stephanie, and in the right outfit, Stephanie does look good, even though she's annoying as hell. Bell says, I would erase my heart that Phyllis, children, Daniel, some are really being harsh. I would sit there and say, well, I didn't like the fact that they feel that she needs to prove something to them. I'm not a fan of that. I'm like, did you, it's like y'all aren't the parents. They don't. Your mother doesn't have to prove anything to you. Like, what are you talking about? And it wasn't that long ago before they was just sobbing in tears, talking about they regretted, the way that they treated her. Okay. Spike Quick says, I know we like to joke around with Albert, but if we're being real, Same as Albert. I appreciate that, Spider Quick. And it's all good. You know me. I'm always. It's one of those things, Spider Quick. I'll sit there and say, like, you have to learn how to just like roll with the jokes and stuff, because it's like if I was a person that took myself too seriously all the time, I would just lose my ish, and it just wouldn't be fun. So I don't really take it. I don't take it seriously. It's fun for me. Marsha said Dimitri also played in a few Hallmark movies. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. Also, I've never watched a Hallmark movie before either. Yeah, she's bad. Why quick? She's bad. I'm with it. That chick, that yo, Kelly Monaco is still hot. That woman still got it going on, and I don't mean like pretty. I mean like hot. But you know, in all reality, it's very rare to find hot women in a soap opera. You can find a pretty one. You can find a pretty one, no problem. But pretty and hot is two different things. And I feel like sometimes, you know what? I don't feel like getting canceled. I'm going to stop talking right now. I'm going to stop talking right now. But as much as I would love to sit there and continue this, I do have to wake up early in the morning. And by early, I mean 4 o'clock in the morning. Ugh, I hate that. But I will be back here tomorrow. If you are not a member, definitely join. We're going to have a lot of fun tomorrow. A lot of fun tomorrow. We're going to have a lot of fun Sunday. So definitely join, sign up, and be a member. Also share the videos. That actually has been helping. 13 people actually went up sharing my videos. So we are definitely getting some people on here that we haven't gotten before. So just definitely keep doing that. And yeah. Well, thank you for coming through, Marshall. It was really good to see you again. You know how every time you come through, I always got to sit there and say Marshall, Marshall, Marshall. So Debbie says it's like putting a friend in time if they're doing you felt hybrid this. Yeah, Phyllis puts her kids through hell and they want her to be punished and earn her place in their lives again. Okay. Jonathan says join us for another edition of Soap Chat with Albert Bostic. Thank you, Jonathan. You have a great night. And Janetta, you have a great night. It was really good to see you. Ariana says, so excited I missed out on members last couple of times. Well, I hope you got to sit there and watch the replay. You were definitely missed in the live stream. Yes, have a good night, my friend Jonathan. I hope I get to see you this weekend since you're a member again. Absolutely. Absolutely. What Ariana says, good night, Albert, Starbucks, and a good day tomorrow. Yes. Same for you. So quick says, I said it now. Queen Melanie, I hope to see you on Monday. Yes. Good, 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 good. I'm glad. I'm glad. Ariana. That's some good stuff. It is. Carrie says, good night, boomers. Equally Darby and Albert. Good night, Queen Jess. Good night, Mel. Good night, Marsha. Good night, Ariana. Good night, Last Day. Good night, Jonathan. Good night, Spider Quake. Good night, Andrea. And good night, everyone else. Yes, you have a great night, Andrea. And nighty night, Goddess Jess. Yes, you will, my friend, Spider Quake. I will see you tomorrow. You know what? Spider Quake is maybe, maybe, maybe. I don't want to sit there and say for sure because things aren't finalized yet. But you see me tomorrow, and I will let you know an hour. You know I always post stuff, so just keep for the lookout for that. Melanie, Darby, Again, thank you, Darby. Thank you, Kyrie. Thank you, Jonathan. Of course, I'm going to shout you out in my post, but I just want to thank y'all now. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Stay safe. I will see everyone. Well, I will see the members tomorrow, and I will see everyone else on Monday. Like Quick says, you guys still haven't collabed yet. Oh, me and yeah, Lanikia. I still want to do. I still want to do a video with Lanikia. She's awesome. And yeah, I miss doing reviews with Rock TV. We're gonna set that up. August is a little hectic. Between my friend's birthday and then my birthday the following week, but um, after I'm gonna sit there and try to set some stuff up. The last day, you have a good night, my friend. I look forward to seeing you very soon. Well, I look forward to seeing you on Monday. Have a good night, Mel, my queen of horror. Laters.